Welcome to Transparent with Tina. I'm Tina Marx, your host. So today I want to talk to you about a practice that I have just implemented into my life that is moving me along at lightning speed. What I'm finding right now is that most of my clients are either falling in one of two categories. They're feeling either completely overwhelmed or they're not feeling motivated at all. Either way, this practice will help. What is this practice? Time blocking. So we've all heard about to-do lists, okay? This is like a to-do list on steroids. And anything, the more specific you can get with, the more likely you're actually going to carry it through. For example, if you have a goal and you say, I want to take a vacation this year, as opposed to, I want to take a vacation in August 2020 to Italy that's going to cost me $10,000, you're much more likely to hit your goal because you know exactly what's in front of you, how much you have to save, what your target date is, and it signals to your mind. The more specific you are in your mind, the more likely you are going to carry something out. It's just the way it works. So with time blocking, be specific. So you have your to-do list, okay? I would suggest always putting the most difficult task, the task that you do not want to do the most, at the top of your list, okay? 3 for business, 3 for personal. Priorities that absolutely have to get done the next day. Everything else follows that. After you've made your list, then you start time blocking. And again, the more specific you are, the better. I time block for, I get up, have my lemon water, drink my coffee, do my affirmations, 15 minutes of journaling, exercise, webinar, calls, down to like the minute. The more specific, the more I stay on track. And you know, it's amazing. When I first started doing this, I realized, God, there was so much time during the day that I've never felt like I had enough time, but there was so much time during the day that I actually really was throwing away because it wasn't accounted for. So again, the ones that you don't want to do the most go at the top of the list. And you know, just a little side note here on that. When it's something you really don't want to do, it's usually an indicator that's really what needs to be done. And it happened to me just this morning. I mean, I woke up in a mood, kind of wanted to just stay in bed all day. One of those, you know, yesterday I was feeling very overwhelmed. And so as I got my coffee, I said, you know, I really should journal. And I almost didn't do it. I'm like, you know, your mind plays tricks on you. What do you need to journal for? You have so much to do today, you know, that'll save you 15 minutes. But you know what? I stuck to my time blocking and I did my journaling. And I can't tell you that 15 minutes, I had such a breakthrough. It started the wheels in motion. Then the affirmations came. Then things that I had a little extra time and I actually got 4 tasks done before my 9 o'clock slot, which even made me more excited. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm writing it in there. And it makes me stay on schedule. It keeps me pumped up. For those of you who are not feeling motivated at all, it's usually because you wake up and there's no plan in place. So it's like, well, I have a lot of things to do, but I don't even know where to start, so I'm not even gonna start. So either way, it can get us into paralysis, whether you're overwhelmed, so much to do, and you're thinking about all these things you need to do, and it goes around and around and around to the point of exhaustion, and you say, oh, I'm exhausted, I don't even want to do any of this, and you haven't even done anything, but it's because you're so mentally exhausted. Or if you're not motivated at all and you don't know where to start, you don't even have to think about it. All you have to do is sit there and look at your page. You just look at your page and just follow it without thinking. When those negative thoughts, you don't even have time for negative thoughts because you're following your plan. Then at the end of the day, this is so cool. At the end of the day, you look at your time blocking list and you get to put a check every time you've done something. And the feeling is amazing because, you know, oftentimes we do a lot during the day, but we don't realize how much we've done. This way, you actually say, you know, I actually did a lot. And every time you make that check next to something, a task that you've completed, it makes you feel really, really good. And that makes you motivated to keep on continuing. Beating yourself up never hurts. Actually, I had a call with one of my clients who's an overachiever, by the way. Her daily list usually consists of about 30 tasks. And if she doesn't get them all done, she beats the crap out of herself. So, I had a talking to her about that. First of all, it does not help. It's destroying her central nervous system amongst everything else. She's talking so fast, I have to constantly say to her, slow down, breathe. Being in that kind of state, you don't make good decisions anyway. And she's just asking too much out of herself. So there's a fine line between not asking enough of yourself and asking too much of yourself. Again, 3 priorities for personal, 3 priorities for business, okay? Everything else at the end of the day that's not checked off goes to the next day. There's always the next day, okay? First things are the most difficult ones, down the list, 3, end of the day, check them off. Anything you didn't get done goes on to the next day, okay? It's worked really well for me. I have actually 5 clients doing this right now, and one just started 2 days ago and couldn't believe the difference in her life. So try it. I hope this helps. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do. It's Tina Marx TV, or my podcast, Transparent with Tina. Every show is transcribed onto my podcast. So in case you can't watch the video or don't like watching video and you just want to have an audio, you can listen to my podcast. Okay? So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. With my soul shine.